Did you know that something as simple as forgetting to scan the back of your driver's license will instantly halt your Colorado notary renewal? Or, hey, how about this? Did you know that attempting to notarize a standard federal I-9 form could actually get your notarial acts rejected? Welcome to this explainer. I am so excited to guide you through this today. We're going to turn the potentially stressful chore of renewing your Colorado notary commission into a really simple, foolproof checklist. Whether you're a beginner who's feeling a little overwhelmed by all the state regulations or a seasoned pro who just needs a quick refresher, you really can't afford to miss these details if you want a successful, uninterrupted renewal. Renewing your Colorado notary commission is actually highly accessible. It costs just $10. Plus, unlike a lot of other states, Colorado requires absolutely no surety bond, which is basically a type of insurance meant to protect the public. But don't let that low barrier to entry fool you. One little administrative mistake could easily cause your application to be rejected and force your commission to lapse. We are definitely going to make sure that doesn't happen to you. So, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with eligibility and preparation. Then, the online application process, fees and post-submission, your renewed commission, troubleshooting and FAQs, and finally, conclusion and disclaimer. Okay, let's dive into Section 1, Eligibility and Preparation. Timing matters immensely in this process. You have a very specific 90-day window right before your current commission expires to file your renewal. And if you renew within this window, you save a tremendous amount of time. But if you let your commission expire specifically for more than 30 days, well, you completely lose your renewal privileges. You literally have to start completely over as a new applicant, which means taking the state-approved training and passing the exam all from scratch. Nobody wants to do that. So gather your required documents before you even start the application. You're going to need an acceptable government-issued ID, your training completion certificate, your exam certificate, and finally, a signed and notarized affirmation form. You must scan these exact documents and save them as PDF files right on your computer. Trust me, having these PDFs organized and ready to go is the absolute secret to a stress-free online application.
Moving right along to Section 2, the online application process.
Colorado's renewal process is entirely online through the Secretary of State's e-filing portal. Yep, no paper applications to mail in. Just follow these 3 sequential steps. First, if you're required to, complete your SOS-approved training and exam. Second, like we just talked about, scan those required documents in a PDF format. And third, e-file your application by uploading those PDFs directly into the portal. It's really designed to be highly efficient. Remember that hook at the very beginning of our explainer? Well, here's where it comes into play. Failing to scan both sides of your ID or your permanent resident card if you aren't a U.S. citizen is a remarkably common mistake that will instantly stall your application. Also, the state requires a literal perfect score on your exam certificate. It must show a 100% score. Always double-check these details before you hit that upload button.
All right, Section 3, Fees and Post-Submission.
As we highlighted earlier, the cost is just phenomenally low. You'll just submit a highly affordable $10 application fee right there in the online portal. The system takes standard credit or debit cards, which makes the payment process practically instantaneous. Once you pay that $10 fee, the waiting game begins, but thankfully, it is a really short one. The Secretary of State typically processes applications in just 3 to 5 business days. Definitely keep a very close eye on your email inbox, and absolutely check your junk or spam folders, because that is exactly how they're going to contact you. Now, if there happens to be an error, don't panic. You have a full 90-day window to correct it and resubmit. And once you're approved, your new commission is valid for 4 solid years.
Now for Section 4, your renewed commission. So you're approved, but you can't just keep using your old stamp. You have to log back into the portal and print your new official commission certificate. Then you use that certificate to order a brand new rectangular stamp. This stamp absolutely must reflect your updated commission expiration date, along with your exact commission name, the words Notary Public, State of Colorado, and your specific notary ID number. And don't forget, Colorado law requires you to maintain a secure journal that can be paper or electronic, and you must keep those records securely for 10 years.
Next up, Section 5, Troubleshooting and FAQs.
Now this is perhaps the most vital question you can ask yourself. What are the most common reasons notarial acts actually get rejected by the state? If you want to avoid serious liability during your next 4-year term, you really need to know exactly what mistakes to avoid out there in the field.
Let's look at some specific red flags. First off, never ever notarize a document that contains blank spaces. Period. Just don't do it. Furthermore, Colorado law does not authorize a notary to certify that an individual is alive. You also can't copy certify vital records like birth or death certificates. Those absolutely have to come from vital records offices. Be incredibly careful with power of attorney documents too. Giving legal advice or concluding someone's legal capacity actually constitutes the unauthorized practice of law. And lastly, federal I-9 forms don't even require notarization, so you shouldn't be stamping them at all.
Navigating all those restrictions can honestly feel pretty daunting, but you aren't on your own. To protect yourself and your commission, I highly recommend taking advantage of the free resources available to you. The Secretary of State offers these great, brief, specialized online tutorials on more complex transactions. Whether you're dealing with e-notarization, apostilles, or acting as a petition circulator, taking just 10 minutes to watch a tutorial can save you from a massive liability headache later on.
And finally, Section 6, Conclusion and Disclaimer.
Let's wrap this up with a quick recap of your timeline. 90 days before your commission expires, your window opens. On application day, you gather your flawless PDFs, front and back of your ID included, remember, and you pay your $10. 3 to 5 days later, boom, you get your approval email. You go buy your new stamp, and you are totally set to confidently serve your community for the next 4 years as a commissioned Colorado notary.
Now, a quick professional disclaimer before we go. While this explainer uses highly reliable source material to break down the process, state regulations can and do evolve. Please remember to always consult the official Colorado Secretary of State guidelines, check their website, or consult a qualified legal expert for personalized advice that's tailored to your specific situation. So I leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to confidently secure your next 4 years as a Colorado notary public? You've got the exact roadmap, the insider tips on what traps to avoid, and the timeline to make it all happen smoothly. Go get those documents properly scanned, double-check that your exam score says 100%, and go claim your renewed commission. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy notarizing!